Why would it suck to be a philosopher? It sucks because all philosophers, what they do is they just think. They think out loud and they say what they think. And they're so open about saying what they think to other people. And all they do is they just question things. They ask why. Why this? Why that? Why that? They could ask you, what's your biggest dream? And you could say, my biggest dream is to open up a restaurant. And they're like, why is it your biggest dream? And then you tell them, oh, because my family had one and I worked on it and it looked like it was a lot of fun. And then you can be like, why was it a lot of fun? Because that's something I like doing. That's the only thing I known. And yeah, I enjoyed it. And they're like, why do you enjoy it? And you're just like, oh, come on, dude. Like, just stop it. It's a never ending thing. It's a never ending cycle, you know. But that's like the basics of it. Trust me, it gets worse. Some people they like to play mental gymnastics. You say something onto them. It's like playing tennis. You say something to one person and then they say one thing and it kind of reflects onto you, or they kind of project their own thing into what they say about you. Um it's like it's like playing the fool, if you think about it, if you know what that is. It's kind of hard for me to explain. And another thing, like most of the philosophers you think about, like Plato, Socrates, uh, I guess he was a Roman emperor. I forgot his name, Marcus Aurelius or some shit like that. Yeah, Marcus Aurelius. I can't believe I forgot his name. Machiavelli is considered a philosopher. I think he was a prince, but all these guys are just fucked in the head one way or another, and they're idolized. Like they're usually idolized by like these college students, that don't know any better. They're like, oh my god, these guys are so fascinating. These guys are so interesting. And it's usually like these nerds, these tall freaking nerds with that are lanky and they have glasses and all that shit, and they think they know better. They're studying like computer science or some crap like that. And well, let's be fair, computer science is a good degree. Like it used to be better, but now it's kind of gone, downhill, kind of outdated. But yeah, so I take that back. I take back, calling it crap. It's not really crap. It used to be better, but not anymore. But and they take like, and these kids they take like three psychology or philosophy courses, and they think they know everything. They're so intrigued by these philosophers, which they were philosophers. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. And another thing, man, if you think you need like a philosophy degree to become a philosopher or to become a professor to understand philosophy, that you're doing it wrong. You've already messed up, man. Yeah. You ever ask? I bet they ask themselves, why did I get this degree? Well, that's the first start to it. You could have asked yourself that before you went to college and gotten yourself like 60,000, $100,000 in debt for a philosophy degree. It's it's insane, but normalized. Usually, it kicks in when you have a philosophy degree and you don't even find a job, and you're like, why did I haven't found a job yet? Why am I driving taxis? Why is this? Why is that? Why is the world the way it is? Why is the world fucked? Then, it starts hitting you. That's when it starts hitting you. Some people, they just get these degrees and they're like, I don't know what the fuck I did. I don't know why the fuck I got it. Someone just said, go to college. Go to college is a good thing. I did for my mom, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, so in my opinion, if you're studying philosophy, if you're a professor of philosophy at a college, you're just a wannabe. You're a wannabe wise guy. That's what you are. You're not that wise. You're not that smart. You're just asking questions and using allegories and all that bullshit and metaphors and all that fucking crap. And I think Socrates was a Pied Piper, but I'm not sure. So, he kind of played the diddle and all that stuff. He diddy some kids, no diddy, all that type of shit. But I don't know if that's a rumor or if that's actually true. But just back into ancient times, I think that shit was normal, and it's disgusting. We only idolize the good things about ancient times, but there's some crap like probably pedophilia going on or some bullshit. But I don't really want to talk about that stuff. That's not what this video is for. But at the end um, of his career, they made him take cyanide because apparently he was corrupting the youth. He had a influence on the youth, and what happened was these kids, they started questioning things. They started, some of them didn't do their jobs, and at the time jobs were so vital. Like, you had to be a blacksmith, you had to be a farmer, you had to provide. There is no excuse nowadays. Only the people that succeed in school and play by the rules and kiss ass, kiss the booty, brown nosers, they're the ones that succeed. The rest of us, we're just, we succeed not to the level that they do. And the rest of us, we're just floaters. We're just there. What the hell do they use us for? What the hell do they need us for? We unfortunately become leeches. We become peasants. We become even parasites at worst. And honestly, if I was going to college, if I wanted a high paying job, if I wanted to work in a corporation, I would ask myself, holy shit, what am I doing good in school for? I'm just gonna, half my paycheck is gonna go to these people, like tax dollars and all that stuff. And the corporations are also gonna screw me over, Why hire me and pay me six figures when they could hire two of me, right? Two people that could do the same job, split the salary 50-50. I got 50K, the other person gets 50K, and we're supposed to be happy with that bullshit. So yeah, they made Socrates drink cyanide. And you know what's surprising? I think he drank it. I don't know if they forced it down his throat or they're like, yeah, drink this or we're going to torture you to death. He rather, drink the cyanide than just get tortured to death. But yeah, that was the end of his story, I guess. And another thing is that if you read Dante's Inferno, these guys go to purgatory. And that's where the philosopher goes, because the philosopher is just a thinker and not a doer. The philosopher is just a talker and not a doer. And so yeah, these people get stuck in purgatory. And what is purgatory? Purgatory is like waiting in a long ass line to check out at a grocery store. Let's say you're at a grocery store. Uh no, that's not a good analogy. Yeah, you're at a grocery store. They're full of grocery stores, and you're trying to use a checkout aisle, and there's a long line of people, and you're just waiting on that long line, and you even ask the manager, "Oh, what the hell is taking so long? I want to get the hell out." And he's like, "Oh yeah, the line is moving. It's moving pretty soon." And no, it just stays there. And then people line up. They're in the back of you. You're like, "Holy crap! Let me get out and use the bathroom." Use the bathroom. Now you gotta wait in an even larger line, and the line keeps growing and growing and growing, and you just stare. Managers are there, and the managers are basically just trolling you. They're like, "Oh yeah, the line is moving. The line is moving." You see the workers, they're scanning items. They're scanning items, and they are scanning items, but no one is moving out of the line. No one's getting the hell out. Yeah, so that's just a bad analogy. A better analogy is uh waiting. Yeah, I guess it's waiting in a hospital waiting room, waiting to see the doctor, but you never actually see the doctor, and there are people, sitting next to each other. The waiting room is full per se, and then there sometimes where it gets empty, but yet you're still in it for some reason. And the doctors never call you, and you talk to the nurse. You even curse out the nurse, and the nurse is like, "The doctor will see you soon. You just gotta have patience and whatever." But you never see the doctor, and you're just there in that waiting room. And you talk to other people, and the people look like they're crazy. Um, they may ignore you. They may talk shit to you. They could reciprocate a normal conversation with you, but you can't really do anything to the people. You can't do anything to anything. You're just there waiting for the rest of your life, waiting for something to happen, like we do in a regular society. But in a regular society, you get outcomes. In purgatory, you don't. So yeah, it's kind of sad if you think about it too much. Like you're just a thinker and not a doer. It's good to be both though, and I think I'm both. I'm both a doer and a thinker. Right now I'm just thinking out loud. I'm recording myself. I'm like doing that. But today I was working, and like I said, I'm working extra hours because during this time it gets really busy at work. And I trained and I watched videos and I entertained myself with that sort of stuff. I spend time with my family. They never leave me alone, for Christ's sake. Um, yeah, life is good. Be a doer and not a thinker. Or even better, be both. All right, see you guys. Be an artist too, be a creative. All right, goodbye.